It's like we haven't actually seen the Bad Batch yet at all, have we? Okay, really don't like you anymore. He's not under the control of the chip, is he? You're dead, you're so dead, you're so gonna die. You're so dead. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben and today I'll be reacting to the Bad Batch Season 1, Episode 11. Now I've been absolutely loving this show so far, and as we're getting through it, I'm starting to understand the episode structure a bit more, I think. Because a while ago I mentioned how there were some that felt like a filler, but they're just not. And as I'm going along, I'm seeing that more and more. You had the start where it's very intense and very hard-hitting, and then it softens down a bit, and they basically make the episodes in a way that you're blasted with a bunch of stuff, and then you have a time to decompress in episodes with lower stakes. I'm kind of liking that, because we had the big stuff at the start, then it went down a bit, I think around the Rancor, and then it went up again with Cad Bane. And now we're in that bit where it's like decompressing after all the craziness that went on there. So I'm enjoying like this almost slow burn that we're going through. Yeah, I like the last episode because it was the start of Echo getting some development and focus, like him being put in the situation with having to help separatists. The people that made him what he is and did all this to him, the people that he's fought for so long, he's actually had to help them. And I feel like there could have been a bit more development on there, but I'm hoping it doesn't stop there, basically, because the guy was taken back to Sid's place. So maybe they can build more on that. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. But then it also ended with Omega and Hunter having that sort of chess tournament to see if she would continue to be put on the sideline. So I've got to assume she's got to win that. And I think it's such a amazing position for her to be in. She is smart and she should be the strategist for the group. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over there I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in. Okay, a bunch of a lot of Twi'leks. Corsair, is that you?
I have a visual. They'll be gleaned as fighters are here.
Visual, you're gonna kill people. You. Oh, old senator.
I speak for the people when I say this partnership is most welcome.
So you've gone full in with the Empire X, which is great.
And what about you, General? Do you share your wife's outlook?
General, is this RYLOTH, right? Because they had the bridge.
And with peace comes prosperity. This is a new era for RYLOTH.
I'm gonna forget your name.
Shall we?
I think you're the same one. You were both orange. But it's nice to see that you kind of are not working together, but you're like peaceful at least after what we saw last time.
I hope my people will embrace this peace.
RYLOTH is safe, Jam. This is what you fought for.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're under a chip. I don't like this. It's like seeing him without a helmet. Like a clone of that helmet. It's weird. Yeah.
Will bring stability and growth to RYLOTH once again.
Sell out.
To step down from their military posts and enjoy their hard-fought freedom.
They don't like that.
We want Syndulla!
Syndulla. Oh, yeah, so it is Syndulla. So that's you. You're General Syndulla. So, okay, so they don't like you? Friction. Do they think Syndulla's like not with the Empire then? Does he think he's different to his view? Oh, and you're going to go along with it.
The one thing we have always done as a people is stand together to defend RYLOTH.
You're definitely a better like speaker than the other guy.
The clone army came to our aid. We would not be here today if it wasn't for them.
They're using that to get... No, don't use that as like to get... You also had Mace Windu, who... Yeah, Mace Windu was a huge part of that, and he's dead now.
To protect us as they always have. The war has ended.
So I like this. We've seen Separatists, now we're seeing how Republic places are dealing with the new Empire. And they are just fully using the clones to gain support. These guys helped you before. Why do you distrust them now? Okay, they're leaving. Were they your fighters? They mentioned that they were your fighters. So they're the ones you need to get on board.
What a shame your daughter is not here to share in this.
Hera has other interests, Admiral.
Daughter? What? Hera. The Greek goddess of marriage, the queen of... Okay. It was like this the first time we've had like a name from somewhere else put in. Normally the name's all quite unique, new.
Anything suspicious yet? Let me take a look.
Okay, so you must be Hera.
I overheard Father say this is only the first location. No, we can't go.
You're suspicious of it then.
To stay and gather intel.
So why don't you just... What does the Empire want? It's a mining facility. What evilness do they have there? Or is it just a mining facility? Cool. This is very peaceful. I like that we're seeing this side of RYLOTH because the only time we... Oh, no, great.
Chopper.
Never mind. I was going to say, last time we saw it, it was under attack and everything. Now it's quite peaceful, but then of course you have the clones everywhere. And then like now it's a bad thing that the clones are everywhere.
We can't go on as we have been.
By turning over our weapons, he's made us defenseless.
I like this debate.
I've already reached out to my contact to acquire more.
Ooh. So you just...
What's happened now?
So were they just sent out to get the daughter?
Things are a little tense at the moment. I won't report this, but it can't happen again.
Oh, okay, so there is some kind of free will there. So he's favoured that guy over just Imperial protocol. That's interesting.
I want the truth, Hera.
I sent her.
What? Who? Oh, blue guy.
Hera, Chopper, inside. Now.
So let's get it straight. So they've handed over all their weapons, so they can't fight back. This is very interesting, like, debate, because there's a lot going on in the world, like, about that now, I think.
Refinery is off limits, Hera. You know that.
I never said we were at the refinery.
Oh?
I have my ways too. Tell me what you saw. Leave nothing out.
Okay, there we go. She wants this to continue. She's not happy with the Empire either.
My daughter spying on an Imperial facility?
Why would it be spying? What don't they want us to see?
That is, but it could be a safety concern. It's a mining facility. I think that's endangering his daughter. That's not gonna... I like that we're seeing this side of Syndulla. First, he was like a military guy. Now he's sort of taking a back seat, as I'm assuming he's become a parent since then, or maybe he was a parent during that. But it's clearly his daughter's taken priority and he wants to make sure she's safe. So he's putting less risk of the planet. So he's going for the least violent option.
Despite your warnings, Champ Syndulla's proven to be more cooperative than anticipated.
You warned against him?
His influence over them is a problem.
Gobi Glee is your real threat.
So you're actually okay. You were burned. Okay, that's the only burn you got from all of that? Like the whole engine thing?
We each have our parts to play, Senator. Be sure to see this through.
You seem relatively fine for what you went through with the Bad Batch.
Do you still dream of flying?
All the time. Then I can go far from here.
Oh, so she clearly doesn't like RYLOTH.
Their lives, much like yours, have been surrounded by war for far too long. But we are coming through it.
Uncle Gobi doesn't think so.
Gobi, so that's the blue guy's name.
I am well aware of what your uncle thinks. He and I want the same things, but differ in our approach.
Yeah.
To fight, I am as capable as anyone. Gobi trusts me to do my part.
No, your dad's never going to let you do that.
Why can't you?
He's a parent.
But I want more for you, Hera. Fighting, it takes a toll. My hope is that you won't ever have to live a life like mine.
Oh, it's like we haven't actually seen the Bad Batch yet at all, have we? It has just been these Twi'leks.
But the Dunium mind here will rebuild parts of the galaxy affected by the war.
So that's what it's for, to What? No. You have turrets.
You were told this refinery would not be a military facility, but your soldiers and armament suggest otherwise.
Yeah.
Under the Republic's rule, your planet was vulnerable, but that is no longer the case. The Empire is dedicated to protecting the interests of RYLOTH.
So you're going to keep them? You're not going to get rid of the turrets? So they're obviously mining stuff, and it's meant to be rebuilding parts that were destroyed during the war. Is this like to build other things? Maybe ships and, I don't know, maybe a giant Death Star?
I am questioning the cost to achieve it. How can we trust these Imperial?
You need to find out what the materials are going to.
We need to try, for the sake of RYLOTH.
I'm literally just going worst case scenario. Is this going towards the Death Star? Is their corporation in this going to help destroy a planet?
I can't go.
Your father said no more spying. This is a simple supply run.
Don't be manipulative. You're still getting your niece in danger against her father's wishes.
Fly? Really?
I guess it will have to wait.
Oh dear, no. That cannot be good. That cannot be good. And they've been spied on. Great. You're going to take it out. No, she's in there. Oh, okay, no, just to track her. But that's not going to be great for the daughter.
Glee's ship's been tagged, and he's not alone.
Great, and now, of course, Crosshair doing it.
Now ease off on the thrust. It's time to land.
I can do it.
I still don't like this. This is like, the dad's definitely not going to be happy with the uncle here. This is a beautiful scene.
But we just turned over all our weapons to the Empire.
Not for long.
See, that's nice. Definitely so the Empire just doesn't want them fighting back. It's not that they don't need them anymore. It's because they don't want them fighting.
Ship like that before.
Is it the Bad Batch? Is this how they get brought into this episode? Are they the ones delivering weapons? Yeah. Oh, and Crosshair's close by. Wait, are we going back to a commentation that quickly? I feel like we only had one episode to decompress. Omega's here, she won the chess thing. Or she's sitting on
There you
this.
go, B.
Okay. I need to know who won that. Where's she going? Fascinated by the ship?
Can I have a look inside?
Hunter, can she come aboard?
Yay!
You can come up, but no funny business.
Okay then. Show me around.
Okay, so what kind of experience do you have then? I need to, how old? Well, she seems like the same age as Omega, and Omega would be like 10 or something. No, Boba Fett, that was 10 years before Anakin. I don't know the ages, right? I'm gonna get so confused. There's so many different dates.
Specs are only half of it. Flying is... it's about a feeling.
So she's this old during when the Empire took over, so she must have been very young during the Clone Wars.
The instruments help guide you, but you plot your course. You're free.
And she longs for freedom.
I'll show you my favorite part of the ship.
Aww.
You get to live on a starship? That's my dream.
Well, technically it's our gunner's mount, but being chased or shot at, it's my room.
Who's chasing you? Are you in some kind of trouble?
No, don't jump to any conclusion.
I thought you were in trouble. Isn't that why we're here?
Oh, so she's about to see an outsider's perspective of what's happening on RYLOTH. Yeah, she's only seen what's going on the inside, that it seems peaceful, they just want their weapons. From the outside, it looks like the Empire's taken over this planet and demanding that they surrender everything they can to defend themselves.
Thanks for the tour.
Anytime.
Look at Omega making friends.
Make a new friend.
I'm surprised with this episode. It's very much focused on the daughter, not the Bad Batch at all. Where are we now? Are we still with the... Yeah, still with the daughter, not even the Bad Batch. There's got to be set up for something.
We've got an Imperial ship approaching.
Ah, great.
Try to lose them.
Where'd they shoot you down? No, we're gonna... Yeah. Ah, great, so you're gonna let them die. Is this intention of death? What are you trying to do here? Okay, that looked survivable.
Move in.
Are they gonna kill them all? Are they just gonna they're gonna definitely arrest them. But the weapons, yeah, definitely arresting. But what's gonna happen with the daughter? It's gonna make Syndulla look very bad. The uncle, who I guess is a relation to Syndulla plus daughter, that's not gonna look good for him at all.
What do we do?
Oh, you did nothing. You got captured. Is the Empire still going to trust Syndulla, or are they going to arrest him too?
These three were caught smuggling weapons onto the planet.
Miss Syndulla.
Are you going to execute them?
I find your involvement in such matters to be most distressing.
Cham's behind this. She's the proof.
There we go. Yeah, blaming him.
You being here is enough to implicate him.
Yeah, she's naive. She didn't think of this way. Blame the uncle.
Cham has not committed a crime. Yet.
Oh?
This Syndulla has.
So she's only a child.
Oh? You seem different. What's going on with you? You're not just blindly following orders. You're objecting to stuff. I mean, you're still going along with it, but still.
I'm clocking 3 of Glee's fighters on the western ridge.
Let them report back. Just make sure you get into position.
Position. Oh, people are going to die.
Guilty of treason? They haven't had a trial yet.
Oh, wait, what? Treason's execution.
See that they never get one. We must intercept that convoy.
It's a very frantic joy.
Where are they now?
Western outskirts, Sector 3.
Chopper, let's go!
Okay, so this is gonna like this is gonna definitely turn you guys against by treason. Wait, so everything's sped up quite quickly. The treason's execution. What are they trying to? What's the goal there? It's gonna make an enemy of Syndulla, and Syndulla has basically control over the people. That's got to be a dumb decision. It's gonna turn Syndulla against them. If they were smart, you would just let the daughter go.
Stay here and wait for my signal.
And really, it's not with... I'm surprised that they've actually... Granted, they got pretty much a lot of evidence to confirm the treason, but no trial or anything? That seems like very much jumping the gun. That would make a lot of enemies. What's going on? Lights? Well, the Empire's not being too smart here, because they're going to turn a whole planet against them. I can't tell who's who. Is that Syndulla? I think that's Syndulla. So, okay, he has started fighting back. So there's definitely turning RYLOTH against the Empire then. Is that... Oh, phew, I thought that was beheaded. That was just helmet knocked off.
Convoy's been targeted.
It's Syndulla. I know it.
Okay, really don't like you anymore.
Waiting for attack.
Yes, sir.
He's hesitating. He's not under the control of the chip, is he? Rex said something like very few are immune to it or just had no effect to it. Is that a clone that's like not affected by it? Okay, stun, nice work. Oh, dead. Where's Crosshair? That's going to be your biggest issue. We haven't seen him yet. He's going to be a nightmare. He went to a position. Wait, are they just doing this so they can kill Syndulla? They're going to make Syndulla look like the bad guy.
Our comms have been cut.
This is a bad idea. This is so bad. They've drawn Syndulla out. It looks like he's attacking them, trying to save his treacherous daughter, and they're going to kill him defending themselves. That's what's going to happen. Oh, no. And you're out in the open. Why? You're dead. Crosshair. Where's Crosshair? You're dead. You're so dead. You're so going to die. You're so dead. Okay, ship's done.
You must hold them off until reinforcements get here.
It's too late for that. Tell them we surrender.
Yeah, he wants to kill him. Where is Crosshair? Peaceful. You good? Still there's no Crosshair. This is not good.
Tar will not let this go.
Let us worry about that.
Where is Crosshair? No one seems to be concerned by that. He's gonna die. Syndulla's gonna die.
For years, I've watched you put your greed and self-interests above RYLOTH.
Ooh.
You are the one guilty of treason.
Ooh, just, yeah.
He's the one holding the blaster.
Jim, stop and
Crosshair.
think about what you're doing.
Yeah, here he is, yeah. And it looks like he's going to kill the senator.
Tar's time will come.
Is the mum gonna die?
Not this way.
Both of you are gonna die. Who's gonna die? You're separated from the kid. You're gonna die. You're gonna get shot.
Thank you for playing your part, Senator.
Playing part. Yeah, they're both dead. No, don't kill them both. Don't kill them both. Oh! No, don't. What? 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 You only killed... Okay,
Get Hera out of here! Go!
Okay, off you go. So, they're still alive. Crosshair doesn't look like he's about to kill those two. Did you want them to kill the center?
Surgeons for the attempted assassination of Tar.
There we go. Blame. But you're not dead. You're not dead. Okay. That was annoyingly genius.
The Syndulla girl won't get far. Have our forces find her.
You're actually turning out to be a pretty good villain. You're not as annoying. You're getting quite close to it. Yeah. You're mini Tarkin, but you're becoming your own thing now. Was that all his plan? That was ingenious. Okay, so you're on your own, but your parents are still alive. Don't end. Of course it ends. Okay, so I guess we only got one sort of episode to decompress before throwing us right back into stuff. This episode was so good. I like that it focused away from the Bad Batch. It's different and weird, and it definitely threw me off that they basically had a cameo in this, and it was all about RYLOTH and what's going on there. And the continuation of the story of Syndulla, that is amazing, because he was a great general in the... this is going to be such a good test for my memory of what actually happened there. I remember it was Mace Windu. I remember the bridge, hating the bridge that it just collapses. And there was that arc was huge. It was like 4... Yeah, that was 4 episodes, I think. It had so much going on in it, but Syndulla was a huge focus. He was part of the rebels, like the resistance against the main... Was he against the Republic? I can't remember what he was against, but he was some kind of fighter that wasn't siding with the Senator. Now, Senator's dead. Was not expecting that. I was so sure that the mum and dad were going to die there. I was ready to get emotional over that, because that seemed like the perfect trap. You had those two separated from the daughter so she could get away quickly if they did get shot. And I'm surprised they didn't do it. They could have easily... No, now they need a public execution if you want to turn people against them. You can't do it in the dark, away from everyone. You can just say that, oh, he killed the previous senator, who I'm not going to remember the name of, but most people won't go along with it. They need to see they need to see the execution there. They can't just be killed off without the public being seeing it. But yeah, the daughter seems like a good character. I guess so I'm trying to figure out what her age would be, because I need to run through the timeline in my mind. You had Anakin blowing up the ship when he was a kid. Then 10 years later, so that ship being blown up was basically the start of the cloning stuff. That was when Cypher D started it. Because then 10 years pass, you have Attack of the Clones. That's when that happens. And that is the start of the Clone Wars. Then it's 3 years, and then it's Empire. Is that right? It's 3 or 4 years, I think. So would that make Omega would be like around 13, 14. Hera, she seems a little older than Omega, so maybe 15, 16. But so I'm trying to figure out when her age. So she would have been born around peace, having to grow up during the Clone Wars, which would have been 3 years of her life, which would have been quite a bit chunk of her life with the age she's at. And now she's in the Empire. So that's where that lines up. So she's grown up during war, basically, which a lot of characters have. Yeah, she dreams of being a pilot. That's fine, cool, and wants to be away from RYLOTH, which is interesting because like we saw RYLOTH be freed, and now all she wants to do is get away from it. I love how like the Empire side of this story flips everything around. RYLOTH was freed, everyone was happy. Now you have the Empire, and everyone just wants to get away from it. Also, I think they did a very interesting thing with the gun thing, because I know in America that's a big issue. Gun rights and it's constitutional. But you also have people that want to get rid of the guns and all of that. And here it basically shows what happens when you get rid of your guns when a tyrannical government comes in, which I think is the purpose of that legislation, that if a tyrannical government comes in, you have the right to defend yourself against them. The Empire clearly doesn't want that and wants the weapons taken away. And in this situation, they definitely need their weapons to fight back against them because they're surrounded by clones. They step out of line, they're gonna die, and they will have nothing to defend themselves with. Now we have seen Syndulla use spears. Would the Empire take away spears or just guns? Or yeah, they said weapons, so I would assume every single weapon, not just guns. But I like the debate they had with the mum and the uncle, like discussing it over. But yeah, so now you have the parents have been captured. I don't think, why would the mum be, the mum is just as guilty, she helped free the kid. So this isn't going to look good. I'm wondering how they're going to like get them out of this. The Empire is here to stay. This is only the start. Everything's got to go bad from here. So Empire's definitely going to take hold of RYLOTH. That probably means, I'm assuming they're going to die. They're going to die. They killed the senator. But then again, you also need a senator for RYLOTH. We haven't been introduced to a character that can fill that yet. I guess the uncle maybe, but he seems to hate the Empire a lot. So I doubt he would do it. I'm assuming we're going to see some death soon. Okay, I really enjoyed this episode, which is kind of a surprise to me, because normally when shows do this sort of thing where they sideline the main title characters to focus on someone else for the entirety of an episode, that sort of rubs me the wrong way, because you're not there to watch the show for someone else. You're there to watch the show for the people it's titled for. But this, I'm assuming it's setting up like some huge arc. You have the character, the daughter, like befriending Omega, so when they find out something's gone wrong, they're going to come by and help. That's obviously where this is going. But I really like how they just messed with everything. It felt like we were back in the Clone Wars almost, with how that jumped around the focus. And we're going back to RYLOTH. We got to see how the Empire's sort of shaping it and how the integration's happening. And the story in it was just absolutely insane. You had the whole like traitor thing and how they were dealing with the Empire, and how now having it all focus around the daughter is such an interesting angle to go with. She seems like a really cool character, focusing on her dream of becoming a pilot and is like escaping or leaving RYLOTH, which I would assume would be escape now. We know that her childhood would have been shaped by war, which like most childhoods that have been... Wait, no, because I'm trying to think, what child characters have we seen? Anakin grew up, I guess, without war in the 10 years before the Clone Wars. Then he was an adult during it. Ahsoka probably, yeah, she grew up in war. Yeah, that would have been growing up in war. Omega, definitely growing up in war. Boba, there's a few characters, but they've always been very interesting when you have a child that's growing up during huge amounts of conflict. So I'm assuming she must grow into something like those characters then. It seems like that's a pattern. Every character that's growing up, every child that we see that's during the Clone Wars ends up doing like quite well for themselves. Or they have like a good they just seem to end up being very good characters. Yeah, I'm just surprised at how much I've gotten attached to her already. I want her to like live now, and it's such a weird thing to think about because she's the focus of the episode, not Bad Batch at all, and I've gotten so invested in this little story now. That's just, I'm impressed by how well that's like been written and how compelling it is. And then of course you have the return of General Syndulla. I really like that they keep bringing back these old characters from Clone Wars because it makes the galaxy feel so connected, and it feels like the Bad Batch is basically just a complete continuation of the Clone Wars. They were introduced there, and now we're getting to see a bunch of Clone Wars stories continue through their show in the same animation style, and it feels so connected and really cool to see everything get brought back. So Syndulla, we now get to see he has a family, which we didn't actually see at all when he was in the Clone Wars. He must have had the daughter then. Don't remember if he referenced that at all. I have no idea. I don't even remember him referencing a wife or family in general. So he now has all of that, and that's cool to see. And it's clear that that's definitely changed his point of view. At the start, he was basically willing to die to I can't remember, what was he doing? It was to free RYLOTH. Was it under the, yeah, it was under the Separatists. That's what he was fighting against. So he's done that now. And so he was basically willing to die to save the people. Now he's definitely taking a different approach, and he's more focused on protecting his daughter and ensuring peace and a non-violent life for her. So it's cool to see what, I guess, like being a parent has done for him. And I think that's a big staple of Star Wars and this show, because we've had Anakin and his parental issues, the Bad Batch now going through their whole parental thing with Omega, and now getting to see how parenthood has affected Syndulla. Gotta say, not the biggest fan of the uncle though. He was very stupid, went against the father's wishes for his child, took them on a very dangerous mission, and nearly got her killed. If he shows up, because he would have been taken into custody, and before, he would have been with them at the end. So hopefully we get some more on that. I would want Syndulla to be very angry with that guy, so I need some kind of a vindication from that, because he was very idiotic for what he did. I do like his point of view though on the whole, I guess, weapon debate. He was not happy with handing over everything, so they couldn't defend themselves against the Empire. He is right in that sense, but then to take someone else's child on a very dangerous mission with you, absolutely so stupid. Mini Tarkin also showed up in this episode. I'm not going to remember his name, but I'm just going to call him Mini Tarkin. Here, it set him aside. It didn't set him aside. It set him apart from Tarkin in an incredible way. I am actually enjoying his character. Didn't think that was going to happen. I found him annoying the first times he showed up with just how joyful he was of the Empire. That immediately, Now, we have this wickedness to him, this like evil glint in his eyes as he's orchestrated this rather brilliant plan to kill the senator, which I was not expecting the slightest. I was fully expecting him to basically draw Syndulla out, make it look like he was attacking them so that they could kill him in self-defense. They didn't even do that. They killed the senator of all people, and now they're framing that death on Syndulla, so they've made the crime worse. But I'm very interested to see what he does now, because just that alone has made him feel so much different to Tarkin. We've never seen Tarkin do a super plan. We've seen him join the rescue mission on the Citadel. He was just a pain then, and from there we've seen him go against Ahsoka in the trial, and of course we saw him join the Death Star where he finally meets his end. But this guy, we're getting to see like a good villain come out of it, and I'm very interested to see what else he ends up doing. Also, big thing about this episode, there was a clone in like the lightish cyany blue colour. He's not under the control of the chip at all, is he? It does not look like it's affecting him at all. He's not blindly following orders, and he has an opinion. Or he has hesitation, he's got thoughts, and that seems like a huge thing there, which no one's like mentioning, no one's like spotted that he's acting differently. But there was so much focus on him alone. And of course, he didn't have his helmet on for a lot of it. That was already, I think, that must have been a giveaway that he's not, like, under the control of the chip. But I'm so concerned, because Rex mentioned something, that not every clone has been affected by it. So is this one, like, one of them? Are we seeing that already? That a clone isn't, like, under the control? It was the moment when he wouldn't report what Hera was doing originally with the, spying on the factory. So he's already done that. So he's already disobeyed technically protocol, which isn't order. So he's not following orders. He's not under control of the chip. And I need to see where that goes now. It feels like they've just planted that little seed, and I need that to grow quickly. Now, the Bad Batch, I find it quite funny that they were basically a cameo in this, but it's also cool because we're getting to see, I guess, the other perspective of what they're doing for a job now. And it's still about the Bad Batch. That is, it's just seeing the client's end of it. So far, we've always seen the Bad Batch side of the interaction. Now we're seeing what the client's going through, and they still have a very pivotal part of the story. Yes, the weapons probably got confiscated and will be destroyed, but they still helped, and they were a giant reason for this whole mess to begin with. So I like their involvement with it, and they weren't just left aside to do this story. They found a natural way to include them while telling this amazing story that is starting to unfold. But yeah, they'll definitely be brought back. I think with the parents captured, the daughter, Hera, definitely is going to contact Omega somehow, some way. We'll have to see how they contact them, but that's the people that she's going to go to. And they're going to come in, they're going to help her, or Omega's going to make the Bad Batch help them. And so that's how they're going to get brought back in and be more focused. So I like how this episode basically built to all of that. Then, of course, we have Crosshair. Surprised that he's already back on his feet. He looked so bad after the last time we saw him. And he looks barely injured now. He has like a scar or burn scar on the side of his face. His vision is fine and he's shooting people very easily. So that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping he might have been weakened from it. Clearly not. And he's already on the planet. This is already all coming together so quickly. We've had one episode to sort of have a break from all the intense stuff. Now we're going straight back into it. Crosshair is on the planet. The Bad Batch are obviously going to go back there. There's going to be a huge confrontation again. And they all have the whole RYLOTH situation in it as well. I think overall I just really enjoyed this episode. I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed it because it wasn't about the Bad Batch, but it is clearly a setup episode, and just the story in it alone, it didn't feel like setup. It felt like a good story in itself. Just seeing how the parents got captured, seeing the plan working out in Mini Tarkin's mind, and this new clone that seems immune. There's so much in it, and I'm surprised at how much they did for just setting up this next arc. So I cannot wait to get into whatever happens next. Obviously, Bad Batch is going to come back. There's going to be a confrontation with Crosshair. We're going to see Mini Tarkin's mind work more. We've got to get something else on this clone that seems to be immune. And I guess we're going to have more development on Hera and her family. Fully expecting Syndulla and his wife to die. Don't expect them to live through the Empire. Because they got to get a senator now. They've turned against the Empire. There's no way they're going to help the Empire now. And they've been classed as traitors. They're not going to live. And RYLOTH needs a senator. We've got no character that's been introduced to replace them. So they're gonna meet their end soon, aren't they? But yeah, with that said, that does bring us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one for episode 12. See ya!